started doing this thing with Guitar Center, which is basically just Rome burning anyway, so I'm not sure why they're doing that, but they created this guitar, which has become increasingly more popular, called the Blood Moon. And it's supposed to be a limited edition, but it sounds to me it's like they're gonna make them until people don't want them or something. I don't know. I'll start off by saying it has the most ridiculous case. Like the case weighs like 6,000 pounds. It's made of solid brushed aluminum, and it has like a wood handle. And the only thing that kind of blew my mind is that when I purchased it, and I don't purchase a lot of new guitars, but I bought this new. He gets the case out of like whatever inventory, and I see him start like peeling off the sticker off this aluminum case. Now, mind you, I have a million cases. I'm just gonna put this in my attic. So I'm like, wow, it's actually protected. I don't want it to get scratched. It's just the most expensively overdone. It's like red velvet on the inside. Weighs like 600 pounds. This thing's badass. Undoes the sticker in front of me. I go into the trash at Guitar Center and literally try to put the sticker back on so that when I put it back up in my attic, it gets the least amount of damage to the beautiful brushed aluminum that came with this brand new Blood Moon. From 3 feet away, you're not sure if it's black, if it's like a maroon, but up close, you're better looking than I thought you were. At the bar with the lights on. Blacked out 57 and 57 plus. Blacked out ABR1 and all the shit. Now, I like the fact that it has white binding. Gibson's had this propensity to do this silliness where they'll do like black binding or something like that where you don't even see that it's bound. And it's like, I like the fact that it's all red with the black and the white. It's sharp. Especially if you're gonna put black acrylic inlays. And then, nice little touch here. We got a flame maple neck. It's got a really nice feel. And this neck, I think it's its own shape, but it's like a very, very thin 60s, but like maybe even thinner shred neck. So this bypasses everything and goes to out of phase, which is cool if you like the out of phase quackity quack sound. What this is supposed to do is either split or tap the pickups. Now my problem is, I hear virtually no difference. I don't read instructions. But I wanted to read about this thing because they said they're supposed to split or tap pending a dip switch in here. And anyone that's seen the high performance, there's 4 dip switches inside. You can open this up. You can have like every flavor. You can go to like La La Land, The Wizard of Oz. Like you can make Tommy Lee show up at your place. So like this is meant for a rocket scientist, and I can certainly assure you, I've never gone in and tried to flip any of those switches. So I fucking unscrew this. There's no dip switches. And it's all nice and neat in there. And so I go online and like everybody fire off. I'm like, hey, I got a Gibson Blood Moon and I'm trying to change it from tapping to splitting. And Gibson lied. There's no dip switches. Right in the advertisement on Gibson, it says there's dip switches in here to make it not sound like this does nothing. But that's really mean to make someone of my low intelligence find and implement. They call them screwdrivers. Open these things up and not lose these fucking itty bitty screws. And they roll off the table every time. They roll, you're on the floor. You're like, where did it go? How could it be so far from here? Your girlfriend just fucking vacuums. You're like, oh my God. You know, it's like the parent that doesn't pick you up after school. You're just like, is mom coming? Mom's not coming. Okay. I like that. I'm a big fan of the 57s. Good intonation too. Before I go any further, we obviously can hear with the noise. Hum canceling. It's doing something. And yet it sounds the same. Do you hear any difference, guys? There's a difference. So if you want to add noise, do whatever this does. All right, let's go to mid pickup. So this is the 57 plus and the 57 together. Sounds good. let's hear what it sounds like. Pull out the pickup. Exactly the same. Now they're both. It sounded almost a little bit more distorted, so. Shouldn't that be making a difference in sound? Just noise. See, that makes it more noisy. By pulling both out. The thing I like about this is this guitar actually resonates really, really well. But let's do the other thing, the phase thing, because that does something. So this is, I don't really think I'd use the phase thing very much, but it's the most useful in the changes of tonal characteristics by pulling these push-pull pots. Like Pol Pot, the fascist leader. Now, let's try that with whatever this does. Oh, a little bit? Let's go straight for the butter. Now let's pull the pot. Look, it sounds good, man. I like this guitar. Completely aside from the electronics, when a guitar sounds good, like acoustically, so if you turn down the volume and just do that, it like rings nice, you can hear it. If it doesn't sound good plugged in, it can be fixed. It's when a guitar is acoustically bullshit that it becomes much harder to change the pickups and do stuff because it sounds like crap. You're just amplifying crap. In the light, this quilt comes alive. You almost don't notice because out in any normal light, you don't realize how nice this top is. I wish that I could see this top look like this across the room, and I don't know why. I love the no poker chip, and it didn't come with a pick guard. It even has the Gibson logo in black acrylic, which is a nice little touch. There was no need for anything other than this switch, as far as if you want to do the phase thing, fine. It's like the Remington house. You know how she has like stairs that go into walls and rooms? Like, it was supposed to confuse the ghosts. Mrs. Remington, she built a house until she fucking died. You know what she did? She thought all the ghosts of all the people killed by the Remington rifle during the Civil War, all those people were haunting her. So what she'd do is she'd have these seances in her house where she'd try to confuse the spirits. Let's just keep building my house. Let's just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger with my hundreds of millions of dollars in like 1910. And if I have walls that end up after staircases and rooms that go to nowhere and doors that open with 20-foot drops, I can confuse the ghosts. I feel like the ghost of Mrs. Remington designed these pull pots. Stop lying to me about what's inside underneath the screws and just give me the tone. That's it. That's all I needed, Gibson, in your freaking ridiculous 7,000-pound case. P.S. If you're a manager working in a Guitar Center and someone says they want to peel the sticker off of something, don't peel the fucking 4-foot sticker off the case right in front of him so he has to go into your garbage to fucking fetch it out so it doesn't scratch. Because, well, it was supposed to be my Christmas present.
Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?